I am Luis Alberto Jaramillo, Granja, Minister of Production, Foreign Trade and Investments of Ecuador. I was starting in the ministry in October 2024, and in the Ecuadorian customs between April and October of 2024. No, it's 2 years in the Ecuadorian government. No, my experience. I was in the private sector, 35 years, 10 years with my father. No, in our family business, 15 years with my uncle in his group, always related to the paper and board businesses, and the latest 10 years with the family group of our Mr. President. No, um, I have experience, no, in paper and board businesses, especially in packaging, in corrugated board production. No, and this is and with this experience, I have many contacts, no, with the export sector, no, in our country. No, for example, like bananas or flowers or tuna businesses, no, in our country. Okay, the this is a presentation about the economic reactivation of Ecuador and the challenges, no, in the global crossroads we have in this moment. No, we have many challenges related to the new geopolitics, no, and the foreign trade challenges, no, in this present context, no, in this global context. Okay, about our projections, uh, about the GDP growth in our country. Past year we reached 3.5%, 3.7% GDP growth past year. The goal for this year, we expect to reach a same value, maybe 3.5 or 3.7. But the projections of different, you see aquí the CLAC is CEPAL or IMF, World Bank, and the Ecuadorian Bank, Central Bank is 2.5%. But the past years was the same. But we expect, especially by our projection for growth in exports and also in local sales, to reach 3.5, 3.7% growth for this year. Okay, this is our expectation for this year, 2026. Okay, for example, no, past year we have a very interesting growth in different sectors. No, you see, for example, in electricity and water supply, Ecuador has many opportunities for energy production, energy power production. No, we need new generation capacity. No, approximately 2.5 to 3 gigawatts capacity for energy. We need those investments in our country. Ecuador has problems because in the past 50 years we investment in hydropower, but we have only one water source in this sector when the hydropower stations installed. But we need at this moment we need a thermal production for energy. No, in this case for the deficit, we estimate a deficit approximately in 400 to 800 megawatts at this moment. No, in energy consumption. Okay, growing the financial and insurance activities, food manufacturing, agricultural, livestock, fishing, and aquaculture. Most of them you see 2 digits growth in these sectors, in those sectors, for example. Okay, about the financial conditions of Ecuador. In Ecuador, we have a surplus in the current account of the balance of payments, approximately 8 billion. In the last 3 years, Ecuador has this surplus in the current account, and in the private sector we have a 3.7 million superávit surplus in the private sector. Additionally, we have past year a deficit in the country budget of 4.5 billion. For this year, we estimate we have 5.3, 5.4 billion deficit for this year. And about the bank deposits, we have a very interesting growth in bank deposits. In December past year, we reached 62 billion bank deposits. This is very important, no, indicator. No, we start this government with bank deposits approximately 43, 44 billion. We have a very interesting growth in the bank deposits. In this moment, we have an interest rate, corporate interest rate, between 5 to 5.5%. This is very low. I think so. Is the lowest in the country history, no? And the inflation rate we have less than 2%. Last month, we have less than 1%, approximately 0.7% inflation rate. Remember, no, Ecuador dollarized the economy in January 2000, no, 26 years ago. And we have, with these values, you see, we see a interesting opportunity because we have a high potential for local investors to investing in the country. No, you see, we have this surplus in the current account and also in the private sector, and we have a lot of deposits. We see an opportunity, a very interesting opportunity for private investment, for local private investments, for example. Okay, as I show you, you see the demand deposits, the increasing of demand deposits in the country, and also the increase in the international monetary reserves. At this moment, we have close to 10 billion in international reserves. In the macroeconomic values, we have very good indicators at this moment. Additionally, country risk. Country risk, for example, 1 year ago, we have 1,600 points at country risk. At this moment, we have 431. It's a very important reduction in the country risk for our country. Okay, I put this model, the Mundell-Fleming model, the trilemma, to explain about our economy. Remember, Ecuador, we have a fixed exchange rate because we dollarized the economy in January 2000, 26 years ago. We have a fixed exchange rate. This is a reality for our country. We don't change that, okay? Our strategy is to maintain the dollarization in our country. This is a reality, Additionally, we have free capital flows, but we have a tax. We have a tax of 5%, and 2.5% for raw materials for our industry, for the flows of foreign currencies outside the country. Okay, this is like a dam, but in two ways, for the country and outside the country too, But I think so. This tax protects our country for external and internal shocks. For example, in this moment, it's not possible to eliminate or to reduce this tax. But I think that in 5 years, maybe we have the possibility to eliminate this tax. We think that with this elimination, we improve the flows of capital, to Ecuador, to our country. But at this moment, we need this tax because our deficit, our fiscal deficit at this moment, and past year, I think so, we received $1.5 billion with this tax. Okay, and it's a very important part of our budget at this moment. We don't have the possibility to implement monetary policy. We have only the fiscal policy at this moment. Okay, and a few instruments with our central bank, and we need to maintain the program with the International Monetary Fund. Okay, this is very important to understand in our case, in the case of Ecuador. But as I mentioned, we estimate the possibility to eliminate this tax for currency flows in 5 years, for example. Okay, this is an important indicator about the growth of the net sales in our country. In these values, we include the exports. Past year, we have close to $270 billion total sales. Without the export, 230 billion sales, without the exports. But it's very important. It's a very important indicator, because with more sales, we have more VAT taxes or revenue taxes, to maintain our budget, And additionally, the country risk from 1,228 points. That is in December 2025. At this moment, 416. This value, the country risk increased to 431 in the latest 2 weeks, for example. But it's too low, in comparison with the past. We reached close to 2,000 points at some point in 2024 year, and the poverty levels we reach at 21.4% poverty levels at December of past year. It's improved, no? It's improved that is a very important result for us, no? The poverty levels in our country, that reduction. Okay, about the sales past year, at December past year, we have increase in some sectors, no, like health sector, for example, no, 13.6% growth in net sales. Additionally, in agriculture and livestock, 14.1% increase in net sales. And service and public administration, 11.1%. March for this year in March, we have a 15.3% increase in net sales in our country, for example, no, past year. This is a very important indicator, especially in construction, in the construction sector. We implement a very interesting program with the reduction of the interest rate, no, for loans for social housing, no, with 2.99% interest rate for loans for 30 years, no, and we see an increase, for example, in the demand of cement or also for structural steel, no, like 28%, 28% average, no, in the latest 3 months, for example, no. This is a very important indicator about the growth of the construction sector in our country. Okay, about the exports, total exports with oil. Past year, we reached $37 billion past year. With oil, we have problems, no, with the production, no. Ecuador has the possibility. We have the double of reserves than Colombia, but we produce a third in comparison to Colombia. Ecuador, we need investments, of course, no. Well, we have the possibility to reach 1 million barrels per day production in Ecuador. Well, we need a lot of investment for that. This is a very important goal for the next years, no, in our country. And the non-oil export past year, we reached close to 30 billion, no, in past year. We have a goal, no, a very important goal for the country is to reach 60 billion total exports at year 2030. 2030, no, this is a very important goal because the exports is the motor of our economy, plus the local sales, okay, to produce taxes and VAT to maintain our budget, for example, no. But we have the possibility to reach this goal in export, total export, because we have the possibility to grow in mining, in copper and gold mining, for example, no. We have some projects in execution, no, for copper extraction, for concentrate copper extraction, and we find investors for refining these concentrates for export cathodes of copper in the next years, no. Then past year, you see, I have a very important percentage, 18.2% growth, no, past year, no. And for this year, for example, past year, we have a 30.3% increase in export to the United States for non-oil export to the States, for example, no. We expect with the new reciprocal with the new commercial agreement with the United States, we expect to double the export in the next 5 years. About our trade balance, this is the numbers about the total trade balance and the non-oil trade balance. In 2022, we have a deficit, no, related to the openness with China, no, with the implementation of the free trade agreement with China, no, in that year, no. But past year we have a surplus of 5 billion, no, only in non-oil exports. Total trade balance is 6.2 billion, no, in numbers of the past year, no. The trade balance. Okay, about our growth objectives in Ecuador, we have 5 important objectives. Number 1 is to reach an average growth of our GDP close to the 4% in the next 5 years. Okay, this is a very important target. No, 4% growth of our GDP average. No, for the next 5 years, and also in domestic sales, we expect to grow 10%. 10% growth for the next 4 years. With this GDP growth, no, additionally in tourism, we expect to reach 3 million tourists in 5 years, and to increase the tourist GDP from 7.2 billion to 15 billion in 5 years. No, Ecuador has a very interesting opportunities in tourists. It's a different model, no, in comparison to Colombia, Peru. We don't have, for example, destinations like Machu Picchu or also Cartagena or Bogota or Medellin. We have a more atomized, no, availability, no, projects, no, and destinations in our country, no. For example, the Galapagos Islands has limitations, no, in the number of tourists. For example, at this moment we have approximately 350,000 visitors per year. Maybe we can reach 500 million, no, 500,000, but no more, because we need to maintain, no, to maintain the island, no. But I think we have opportunities, no, to develop, no, some destinations. For example, Quito. Quito is a very important attraction, no, with the Chocó Andino and also with the Volcans, the Camino de los Volcanes, no, the Volcans Way, no. For example, no, Quito has the connectivity with the Tababela Airport and also has a very interesting infrastructure, no, in rooms and also the gastronomy, no. Quito maybe can reach 1 million visitors per year, no, in the next 5 years, for example. But Ecuador has a very interesting opportunity, and for tourists, we have funds. We have funds for the promotion of tourism. Is the only productive sector with funds for promotion. We have for this year a $39 million fund for tourist promotion. We don't have these values, no, for example, for the promotion of the small and medium enterprise or also export or also investments. But we have the possibility to use these promotion funds for incentivize the tourism. No, it's a very important sector for our country because the jobs, the easy jobs generation, for example. No. Okay, we expect to reach 3 million visitors per year. No, foreign tourists. Okay, in the next 5 years. For this year, we expect to reach 1.7 million visitors. No, for this year 2026. Additionally, okay, in foreign trade, as I mentioned, we expect to reach $60 billion in total exports. Okay, in the next 5 years, and we expect to increase the oil production and the beginning of 3 important projects, no, for concentrate copper export, no, in the next years, and also gold and copper, no, in mining. Additionally, about investments, no, we expect the ratification of our constitutional court in the next days about the bilateral investment treaty with the Emirates. We expect this ratification. With this ratification is very important because we have in the pipelines another investment agreements, no? For example, with Saudi Arabia and also with Korea, also with Canada, and with the United States too, no? And then we put this goal, no, 5 billion. I think it's a very conservative goal. Maybe we can reach a more higher value, no? Because we need projects, we need investment in intensity capital sector, not like mining or petroleum, oil and gas production, for example, no, or energy production. But I think 5 billion target, no, for in 5 years. I think so is a very conservative. I will reach that value or more in the next 5 years. Additionally, we need public investment in infrastructure, no, 5 billion, no. For example, we need the 5 bridge in Guayaquil, for example. We need the construction of a new highway between Quito and Guayaquil, and also between Guayaquil and Cuenca, and the new airport in Guayaquil, for example. No, that's public investment, and we need to do that, no, in the next 5 years. And with these goals, I think we can reach an increase in informal jobs. Informal jobs, close to 1 million jobs for the next 5 years. No, with this growth in export and also in local sales, with foreign direct investment, and to increase in the public investment in infrastructure, we can reach this important growth in jobs for the next 5 years, 1 million jobs. Okay, then this is our main objectives. You know, you see this GDP 4%, local sales 10% annually, foreign tourists 3 million in 5 years, and the tourist GDP reached to 15 billion, and foreign trade 60 billion in 5 years, investment 5 billion, public investment in infrastructure 5 billion, and 1 million additional jobs, formal jobs, no, for the next 5 years. This is our goals, no. But we have challenges. We identify 7 main challenges, no, in Ecuador. Our main challenge is obviously the security, no. Our Mr. President, no, Daniel Noboa, personally, he leads the cabinet, no, for security, no. I think this is our most important challenge in security, but we advance in this process, no, with the collaboration of the United States, for example, no. We have many agreements, no, in security and defense with the United States, no, for the fighting against the cartels and the illegal mining, for example. Public health is another issue, important issue. We need to improve the quality of the health services in our country, no, by the Ministry of Public Health and also by the Social Security, no. We have a very important problem that, but it's a very important challenge, you know. But we need to increase the quality of the service, no, of public health. Energy have a very important challenge. As I mentioned, no, we have a deficit of 400 to 800 megawatts at this moment, and we did investment for the next 3-4 years, close to 2.5 to 3 gigawatts of additional capacity of energy production. At this moment, we have a very important response from the private sector. The private sector made very important investments for self-power generation, no, because at this moment is the only way for a response in the short term. Additionally, we need changes in the judicial system. This is very related to security, no. For example, additionally, the fiscal sustainability, no, and public debt. As I show you, no, we have a deficit for this year for approximately $5.3 billion of fiscal deficit, no, and we need to finance this deficit, no, and we expect the growth is the only way to reach a zero deficit, no, and this is a goal for the next 5 years. Labor market flexibility. Additionally, we have a very complicated, no, labor legislation, no, and we need to implement, no, different ways of contracts, no, and this is another challenge, and the reform of the Social Security, no. In Social Security, we need maybe to increase the number of years, no, for jubilation, or for the retiring, or to increase, no, or the payments, no, for the private sector, no, for the Social Security. But we need to make changes in the next 2 years, for example, about this. Okay, about the strategies of the ministry, no, to reach this goal, no, we need to diversify our offer to the world, no, especially to increase value, no, to increase the complexity of our products. We see with very interest, no, the results in the export, for example, of processed coffee or processed cocoa, or processed bananas, no, or processed plantains, okay, like the chifles or plantain strips or plantain chips, no. The tourists, for example, no, we need to diversify the destinations in our country, no. We want to incentivize, no, another destinations, no, not only Guayaquil, not only Galapagos or Quito or Cuenca, no. We need to add more destinations in our portfolio, no, for tourists, and we need to improve the investments, no, of our infrastructure, no, especially in roads, no, and security, no, in our country, no, and to work in innovation, especially in innovation, to diversify our offer, no. At this moment, we have some projects with biotech or agrotech, no, with the private sector, and to improve the business climate in our country. No. Okay. As I mentioned, no, the world is changing. The foreign trade is a part of the geopolitical fighting at this moment. No, we understand that Ecuador is a small country. No, well, we have a very long tradition in export. Ecuador reached 150 years ago his first 1 million sacks of cocoa. No, 150 years ago. No, Ecuador was the #1 exporter of cocoa to the world. We have a very long tradition. We have the exports in our DNA. And then Ecuador, I think, no, we are #1 this moment in bananas, in shrimps, #2 in tuna, in flowers, #2, in ¿cómo se llama palmito? Palmito es palm hearts, #1 in palm hearts, for example, no, and we have very interesting growth in pitahaya or avocado and blueberries production, no, in the last 2 years, no. Okay, and we need to adapt to the new rules, no, to the new rules. Ecuador, we need to maintain all the doors open, no, with the United States, with the European Union, with China, with Russia. Russia is a very important market for us. For example, no, Russia represents 25% of our banana exports, for example, and it's a very important market for shrimps and for flowers. China is our main market for shrimps. And we need to maintain all the doors open, no, and this is a very important challenge, you know, for us, because we need to maintain the relationship with all these regions of the world. Especially, we have this goal to reach $60 billion of export in the next 5 years. Okay. We see a very important. Well, we see opportunities, no, of differentiation. No, this is critical. No, for example, in cocoa, we have an advantage in comparison, for example, with Ivory Coast or with Ghana. We have a 100% traceability in our cocoa export, and we have 100% free child and forced labor cocoa in comparison with the African countries. No, and we need to communicate this. No, and differentiate our cocoa in the world. No. For example, no, with shrimps, for example, in the shrimp sector, in this moment makes very important investments in photovoltaic energy generation at this moment, no? And for have this carbon neutral certification, for example, no. In tuna, for example, we have our tuna is 100% traceable. No illegal fishing, for example, no, in comparison with Thailand. Thailand is the #1 exporter in the world for tuna. Ecuador is a #2. But Thailand don't have the traceability and control of the illegal fishing like Ecuador. Okay? And this is an advantage. But we need to communicate, no, for differentiation for the next year. Okay? About our strategy in this chart. For example, no, we need to compete, no, but it's not simple, no. We need to elevate the standards. For example, no, in our flower sector, Ecuador export fashion. Ecuador not export a standard rose, for example, no. We export fashion. We have some breeders in our country that develop different qualities of roses, for example, no, with different colors or different issues, no, for example, no, in comparison than Colombia. It's a more higher value export, no, in our flower sector export. For example, in cocoa, no, as I mentioned, no, we have the possibility to position Ecuador as the country with the free child and free forced labor cocoa, no, in the world. Okay, but we need to communicate that. In the case, for example, with shrimps, okay, we have a very competitive, no, shrimp sector. Is the most competitive in the world, for example. For example, with the photovoltaic production, no, power generation is a opportunity, no, for differentiation. In the case of bananas, no, we have two to 3 more weeks of logistic advantage of our bananas. Yeah, for example, no, the Ecuadorian bananas reach the more longest destinations. For example, no, to Kazakhstan or Turkmenistan, because our fruit, our bananas, has 2 or 3 more weeks in comparison than the Central America bananas, for example. No, this is a comparative advantage of our fruit and our agro industry. No, that's important. No, we want to improve, no, the agro industry export. For example, no, in coffee processing, Ecuador import robusta variety coffee from Vietnam, and in Ecuador we convert in soluble coffee, in processed coffee, and export to the world. For example, no, past year we reached $320 million in exports of processed coffee, for example. No. Okay, in Ecuador we have, what is our comparative advantage? No, comparative advantages in Ecuador. No, for example, we have the dollar. This is very important because we have stability in prices. But one important thing is we have confidence for financing for our exports. Okay, our export sectors have the money, no, if they need, for example, to increase the more area of production of bananas, or for example, for increase the production of flowers, no, or for financing the credit, no, for his customers, no. Ecuador has like the have credit, no, for export. This is very important. It's a very important thing. And our location in Ecuador, no, in the Ecuador line, we have a very close proximity, no, for markets, no, for example, for the United States, and we have very important advantage. I think so. This is a competitive advantage, our logistics, because Ecuador is the main. We have the largest connection for the supply chain, for the coal supply chain, for example, no, for our fruits. Ecuador has the double of connections in comparison with Chile, or three times with Peru, for example. No, we have the infrastructure for the export or for refrigerated or frozen products, no, like bananas or shrimps or broccoli, for example. No, we have 5 high standard ports in our country. 5 high standard ports. Ecuador has a capacity of 5.5 million TEUs containers. No, it's 20 feet containers. No, we have the largest cold chain capacity in Latin America, in the Pacific coast, no, of Latin America. This is a very important advantage, and we have throughput, no, for the logistics, for the maritime logistics. We don't have seasons, no. For example, no, in other countries they have season for the fruit export. In the case of Ecuador, we have a stability in the volumes of containers, no, for our products, no, and the result, we have volume, and we have a lower freights in comparison than Colombia or Chile or Peru, and this is a very important advantage of our products. We have in this moment an increase in the capacity of DP World Port in Pozorja. In this second phase of this project, we will have 70.5 meters draft, as the same of Chancay Port, no, in Peru, for example, no, and in Tababela Airport in Quito, they will start the second phase of expansion. No, Tababela is a very important hub. It's a very important logistics hub for our flowers and for the blueberries or another products for export to the world. No, Tababela has the infrastructure, has the ways, has the space, no, for logistics, for warehouses, and this is very important points, no, for our country. Additionally, we have advantage because our location, no, we have 12 hours of sunlight in because our position, no, of the world, and this is very important because we can have three harvests per year, no, for some products, no, not 2, 3 for products. Additionally, we have a very high world-class companies, no, for the logistics, for export, for packaging, for example, no, in our country. We have the 2 largest copper reserves in Latin America, no, We have gold and silver reserves, and as I mentioned, no, Ecuador has the double of reserves than Colombia, but we export a third than his quantity. No, Ecuador with investment, we can reach 1 million barrels per oil, no, per year. No, we have one of the highest biodiversity in the planet, and one important thing, we have abundant water resources. We have the Guayas River Basin. The Guayas River Basin is the main water resource, no, in the Pacific coast of Latin America. Okay, we have this in Ecuador. No, this is very important. No, we have water. We have water, and this is very important for the next decades. No, the availability of water in our country. Okay, what is the challenge? Is to take this advantage and to reach the goals established in this document, for example, no, to reach the $60 billion in export and to increase the local sales in our country, no, make investments. We need to improve our strengths. For example, no, as I mentioned, DP World will start the second phase investment, no, in that port. Tababela start the second phase of investment in his airport, no, and that is the way. Okay, about what is the issues, no, in our economic reactivation, no. For example, local production and sales. So this is very important. Our Mr. President talks a lot about the importance of the growth in local sales, no. We need, what drives this? So private, public, and foreign investments, employment, no, and foreign currency inflows, no. We need lower cost, productive financing, and territorial development infrastructure. This is very important, no. We want, and we start a process with the Growth Lab, with the Harvard Growth Lab, to analyze the opportunity in our provinces. Province by province, we want to establish a development strategy, you know, for each province. We start with the Central Highlands provinces in our country to find the opportunities, no, and analyze each province like a country, okay, with his export and imports, and to identify opportunities in productive sectors for promoting investments, no, and tourism, for example, no. In the central provinces of our highlands in our country, we have many opportunities for tourism, for example, no. Related to the foreign trade, at these moments, we have 15 different processes, no, or commercial agreements with countries like Canada or Morocco or Israel, India, Panama, El Salvador, República Dominicana at this moment, no, different process. And the challenge is to change. It's moving from volume to value. For processed cocoa, coffee, plantain chips, for example, no. And we need to expand, no, to expand the market access for Ecuador, no, for more countries, no, with 0% tariffs, and also work for the non-tariff barriers, no, like phytosanitary, no, or quality regulations standards, no, in the world, no, for the openness for our products in the world. About foreign investment, no, as I mentioned, we expect to reach $5 billion in investments in the next 5 years, but I think this is a very conservative value, no. Maybe we can reach a double of this value, no, because the capital intensive sectors like mining or copper or energy production. In tourism is a very important. We have the Vice Ministry of Tourism in our Ministry of Production since October past year, and we have these promotion funds to incentivize the tourism in our country, no, and we work to increase the connectivity. For example, no, we reached three new agreements. For example, no, with Air Canada. Air Canada will start at December of this year, no, and with connectivity with UK and also the Scandinavian countries to Ecuador. A second one agreement is with Latam from Chile, to connectivity with Australia, New Zealand, to Santiago de Chile and Quito. and from Morocco and from South Africa via Guarulhos to Quito, no, via Brazil, for example, no. We need more connectivity, no, for increased opportunities for our destinations, no. And with Emirates, Emirates now has a connection between Dubai and Bogota, and we try to implement, no, a direct way from Emirates to Quito, no, in the next months, no. This is a very important market, no, in the Middle East, no, a very high income market, no, for tourists, and uh, and and we need to work in quality assurance, of the service. This is very important because we need to control all the experience, okay, from the airport, okay, then in the accommodation, in gastronomy, in services, and another time in the airport, for example. We need to control the quality assurance in all the process, okay, and that's important. We work in that in this moment. We work in the promotion not only for the foreign tourists, and also for the internal tourists too, because the internal tourists reactivates the economy of the different provinces with tourist tradition. No, we have in Ecuador seven feriados. ¿Cómo se dice feriados en inglés? Seven holidays. No, we have 7 holidays, 4 days holidays, and in these holidays, the economy reactivates in these provinces. We see approximately 1 million visitors, no, for each holiday, no, with the hotel occupancy depends on the holiday, no, between 40 to 60%, and this reactivate the economy of provinces like in the central highlands provinces or in the seacoast too. Okay, about the security, we work in January 2024. We implement the Phoenix plan. No, is for fighting against the cartels and also to the criminals. No, in our country. No, we have our military and also our policy. No, to work in this program. No, our Mr. President is very committed, no, to this program. Additionally, we make investments. For example, in our customs, we implement a Palantir technologies software, no, for control the illegal commerce, no, with very important results. Past year, we increased our taxes in the Ecuadorian customs. We have a growth of 13% in taxes, no, in custom taxes. And this year, for the first 3 months of this year, we increased 26%. 26% increase in the custom taxes, no, in Ecuador. This is very important values, no. With Palantir, we have an agreement, no. Palantir has 4 analysts here in the States, no. They check, no, all the transactions in our customs, no, and we expect to increase to 6 analysts, no. Additionally, we have licenses to the presidency of the Republic, and also in the intelligence in our intelligence agency in our country. Okay. Additionally, we have to work to improve the traceability of our products. For example, for the European Union, it's very important. This is a very important requisite, and we need to accomplish not only for cocoa or coffee. No, we need to expand, no, expand the number of products with this traceability control. We have a very strong traceability for tuna at this moment. I think so. We have the best traceability system in the world for illegal fishing for our tuna products, and we need to improve that in another products. Okay, as I mentioned, we will start to working, no, to the deployment, no, of our development strategy, no, in collaboration with the Global Lab of Harvard. But we want to work province by province. So this is very important, no, to identify the opportunities in each province, no, to provoke a high impact, no, in jobs, in investment, in export, in local sales, no, province by province, no. Okay, the jobs creation is our main key key indicator with the presidency of the republic. No, jobs is the jobs creation is the goal for us. Okay, this is the past even 1 month ago with the Global Lab of Harvard, to start this deployment of strategies for development in the provinces of Ecuador. This is with Ricardo, with Ricardo Hosman in past month. Okay, we want to start 3-year processes with the Global Lab of Harvard. First, we work with the five provinces with the highest destitution percentage, like Cotopaxi, Chimborazo, Bolivar, Tungurahua, and Santa Elena. Okay, we want to concentrate in those provinces, to develop a strategy, a strategy for development, for investments, for job creation, for new businesses, for productive credit, in those provinces, Okay, and this is the phase number 1. We expect to develop a 3-year program. First, we want to start with these provinces, but we want to work in another issues. For example, in our export and investment agency, we want to develop a new business model for this agency, for Ecuador, to reach a level than pro Colombia or pro Peru, for example. We have 21 offices in the world, but we need to improve that. So that's very important with our goals of growing exports, especially for support for the small and medium enterprise, in our country. Okay. Additionally, we need to diversify our products. For example, Ecuador in the last 3 years, we see a very important growth in our agro industry, in processed products, like processed coffee or processed plantains, for example. We expect to reach, with processed products, to reach 30% of our total exports. And for example, in the case of our industrial products, Ecuador has a natural market, in Central America and the Caribbean, for example. We export appliances. We export additionally, ¿cómo se dice? Piso cerámico. Sería flooring, piso cerámico. Flooring, and also we export to the United States. 7 minutes, okay. Okay.
I don't know if you were going to leave time.
Okay, perfect. Then what? Okay, what? Let me check what is important in the next filmings. Okay, to increase complexity. This is the processes, for free trade agreements and also for investment agreements for different countries. With Canada, we're ready. We expect the approval of the Canadian Parliament and our National Assembly for the next 2 or 3 months. With the United States, we signed 1 month ago agreement of reciprocal trade with the United States, in March 13, For example, this is the process with the United States, with the process, We start with the invitation of the USTR, for negotiate this agreement of reciprocal trade, and we finalize these negotiations, in February 13, and we signed the agreement in March 13 with the United States. A resume of this agreement, Ecuador has the tariff, the overtariff, the 10% tariff reduction to 0% for 57% of our export products. This is very important. We formalize this reduction, and for the United States imports is approximately 19.7%. If we take the data of past year, United States gives to Ecuador the reduction of these tariffs, 10% tariff, to the 57% of our products, and we reduce tariffs to the United States of the 19.6% of our imports from the United States. We reduce tariffs, for agricultural products for the United States. Additionally, for machinery, for construction machinery, for electrical machinery, for industrial machinery, for example, and we advance in reduce non-tariff barriers with the United States. Also, with the European Union, we conclude negotiations for investment agreement with the European Union. We expect to sign this agreement maybe in the next 2 or 3 months. With South Korea, this week our assembly approves this agreement, and we expect the approval from the Korean Parliament in the next months, for example. With Emirates, we have a commercial and also investment agreement. The investment agreement, we expect the ratification of our constitutional court. This is very important. This is a very important issue, because opens the economy for foreign investment, and we need that, With Emirates, we reach 75% tariff reduction, with the signing of the agreement, with Emirates. It's a very important hub, for export in that region of the world. Additionally, with Japan, we start a negotiation process with Japan. Also with Morocco, in this moment we have a mission, a mission of our ministry in Morocco for a free trade agreement. With Turkey too, and also with Israel. Israel wants to reach an agreement this year, inclusive. With Argentina, we want to make a bilateral deal. Okay, we have Mercosur agreement, with Brazil, Argentina, Uruguay. But with Argentina, we want to make a bilateral agreement. For example, this agreement makes us the opportunity to export, for example, some parts, for vehicles, in Argentina, With Panama, we have many interests by our private sector for this agreement, with Panama, and also we have with Dominican Republic, to expand we have agreement for free zone. What we want to improve and to develop a free trade agreement with Republic Dominican. And also we're talking with El Salvador, Saudi Arabia for investments, and also with India. We have this process in this moment. We're working that in our foreign trade vice ministry at this moment. Okay, this is about Ecuador, about the promotion of the investments. We need the support of the Growth Lab to this new model, the new business model for Ecuador, for the promotion of our exports. Promotion of our export, investment, and tourism, for example, And about tourism, tourism is a very important sector, because the possibility to jobs creation in a very close time, For this year, we have the goal of 1.6, 1.7 million tourists, and to reach in 5 years 3 million tourists, This is our objective. Okay, 1 million jobs creation, This is the main important goal, for our ministry, Job creation is very important. It's political too, For example. Okay. As about our tourists. Okay. I prefer to the question for that. Thank you very much for all.
Thank you, Minister, for your presentation.
Thanks.
Any questions? I know Santiago had a question. You have the mic there.
Yeah, sure, I can go ahead. So thank you so much for your presentation. I think that, as you highlighted, what we've done during this past month has shown us that Ecuador indeed has lots of opportunities, but as you also mentioned, some constraints, right? And I think that one of the main ones in the short term is related to the electricity generation or the energy, right, sector. So I just wanted to know, what's the strategy that the government has to face the upcoming El Nino, weather issue, and also considering that right now there are tensions with Colombia, so there are tariffs, and Colombia is not willing to export energy, which was one of the main things that helped Ecuador during the last dry spell of 2020.
Okay, thank you. It's two questions, no? Okay, about the electricity power generation, we have five different processes at this moment, no? Number one, we talk with the larger energy consumption larger energy consumption industries, for example, like mining or also cement or metals processing industry, you know, we're talking with those companies, no, without the necessity to self generation, for example, not now, 1 year ago, no, and that those companies made investments, no, for self generation, no, in some cases in-house or another in, for example, in hydro generation or also photovoltaic generation in another place, no? And this is I think this is the fastest, no, the fastest way of solution, no, to increase our power generation capacity, no. Additionally, the private sector investing, we estimate about approximately 1 gigawatt in self production, for example, no, at this moment. Number three, with Hyundai, no, in Hyundai Marine in Korea, we purchase spare parts, no, for the improvement, no, of thermal plants in our country, no. We expect this installation in the next months, no, for maintenance, no, of those power plants. Additionally, we have in this moment, no, a process, no, for a new 400 megawatts project, no. 1 month, I think so, 3 months ago, no, the Ministry of Environment and Energy, no, puts in his portal a portal, no, about this process, no, for a new gas plant, no, gas power plant, no, 400 megawatts, no. For example, in Cuenca, in this moment, no, the private sector of Cuenca, they have a project for a gas pipeline from Tumbes, Peru to Cuenca, and for the installation of a 400 megawatts gas plant, no, in Cuenca, no, for the self generation, no, of the industrial sector, no, in the Azuay province, for example, no. And we need to accelerate, no, the approval processes, no, for approximately 12 projects, no, 12 projects for photovoltaic and eolic, no, generation projects, no, especially in the at the south and in the north of the country, no, because we have with the highest radiation, no, solar radiation, no, in the Imbabura province in the north and Loja province in the south of the country, no. Of course, this is a very important challenge. As I mentioned, we need 2.5 to 3 gigawatts generation in the new generation in the next 3 years, no. Additionally, in Guayaquil, no, from Guayaquil is Duran. In Duran, additionally exists a possibility of a private project, no, for 400 megawatts generation, no. Of course, no, the energy generation is a very important challenge, no. But I think with these five different projects, no, we can mitigate the effects, no, of that. Consider that the power generation is a bottleneck for the world, okay? Because artificial intelligence and communications, no, the power consumption grows 20% in some developing countries, no? And the lead time, no, for a power plant increase from 2-3 years to 4 or 5 years. No, this is the reality in this moment. The fastest way is to install photovoltaic plants. China has a huge capacity, no, for the production of panels, no. It's the easiest way, no, but it's not the best, no. The correct model is a hybrid model, no, with photovoltaic with another sources of generation. And about the Colombia, Colombia has with the government of Colombia, no, with the present government of Colombia, we have problems because they don't control, no, his side of the frontier, no. In the President Duque government, no, in the border, no, in the Colombian side, we have 12,000 soldiers, but this reduction to nothing, no, and the increase of the coca plantations, no, in the Colombian border increases from 48 to 50,000 hectares to 350,000 hectares. Okay, no, it's and this is a very huge problem for us, no, because that cocaine goes to Ecuador, no, and propose a lot of problems of security, no, and that cocaine no goes to Ecuador for export through our export products, no. We need a positive response from the Colombian government, no? But we don't receive that, and we expect a positive response, maybe with the new government, no. I am optimistic, and we expect that this problem resolves in August with the new government, no, in Colombia, no. We need to wait for the elections, no. The first round is in May 31, and the second one is in June 21, and we expect the results, no. But we need control. Okay, we need collaboration in the fighting against the cartels and the narco traffic. No, it's a real problem. No, for Ecuador, our main problem is security. No, for example, before the we made a comparison. No, before the President Petro government. No, we have in Ecuador 2,000 ¿cómo se iba a decir? Muertes violentas, violent deaths. We have 2,000, approximately 2,000 violent deaths per year. But with the first year of government, or the Petro president, increased to 3 times, to 6,000. And in this moment, we reach 9,000 violent deaths in our country. No, it's approximately 27% violent deaths in the latest 3 years. Most of them is young people. No, very young people. It's a very huge problem. But we expect with the new government to resolve. Thank you. Please.
Thank you, Minister. I have a question regarding infrastructure and the roads. So we know that security is a really an issue in Ecuador, but so is connectivity and roads.
Yeah.
So I hear every day people complain that the main road, or one of the main roads from Azuay to Guayas, is closed because of this. The seasons, the rain, and it's just every day closures. And so, and to top that, the price of flights internally are very, very expensive, right? So how is the government thinking about solving that problem, knowing that doing the studies for the infrastructure and so forth take a long time, but this is an urgent issue. And if the government's goal is to increase tourism and also internal tourism, how is the government planning on addressing that urgent issue?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, at this moment, I think so. Maybe past year, I don't know, maybe 1 year ago. No, we start with Korea, with South Korea, a process for a new highway between Guayaquil and Cuenca. I think now we're working in the pre-feasibility studies at this moment. No, I know the company who wins this process. No, and this is in process at the moment. At this moment, but I understand. No, we have problems with the present ways. No, I need to talk with the minister Luque, no, about that. No, but I understand the final solution is the new highway. No, it's in process, but in the initial steps at this moment. No, yes, of course. No, not only Cuenca Guayaquil way. It's another one. It's also the another one. It's from Cuenca to Loja. No, Loja way. No, of course. I need to check that. No, the solution is the new highway. Okay, but it's in process. But maybe it takes 3 years. I think so. No, and about the connectivity. No, you reason. No, we need more frequencies. For example, no, between Guayaquil and Quito. No, we see a reduction in the frequencies. No, with Cuenca. No, of course too. For Loja, from Loja. No, from Loja only have two flights per week. No, connecting Quito with Loja, but no flights from Guayaquil to Loja. The internal connectivity is an important issue, no? And we need to work in that, no? With the Ministry of Infrastructure and Transport, no? Of course. Thank you.
One last question.
Okay.
Thank you, Minister. It was super interesting to hear about the strategies to diversify and have more exports. I was interested in the non-extractive sector. So as you mentioned, there was a very successful case in shrimp. And I was wondering if you could tell us a little bit of what you think could be lessons to learn from the shrimp experience and the success of shrimp, in particularly with relations to phytosanitary regulatory measures that were eased to be able to grow that sector.
Okay, the shrimp sector is an example of a very interesting collaboration between the private sector, the public sector, and the academy. No, the development of the shrimp sector in Ecuador is very related with Japanese cooperation. No, in the Centro de Investigaciones, it's a research center. No, for the aquaculture and shrimp industries. No, in the 90s. They send young people to Japan and the United States, no, to study master's degree and also PhDs, no. They build a critical ¿cómo sería? Masa crítica, una masa crítica. Okay, they construct a infrastructure, no, of knowledge for the development of this business. And in the 90s, we have a disease, the white spot. But this center is very important to the response and the solution for this disease, the white spot at that moment. The shrimp sector is a very important example. No, in the latest 10 years, no, they change the productivity curve from, for example, no, from 4,000 to 5,000 pounds per hectare to 25 or 30,000 pounds per hectare, with a different method, no, of production, no, intensive in capital, for example, no. At this moment, 1/3 of the area for shrimp production has the 80% of the output in shrimps, and the 2/3 is only the 20%. This is because the difference in the production curves. It's a very interesting case. For example, no, the largest shrimp exporters, they make efforts for integration, no, with the shrimp feed production, and also with distribution in the United States or China, no, or Europe. Additionally, for example, at this moment, no, for example, no, for shrimp food feed, they develop a system with drones with automatic food, automatic feed system. No, they control the position of the shrimps in the pools, and goes and put the feed, no, in the exact position. No, it's amazing. No, at this moment we have three exporters with more than $1 billion export. No, and they are fully integrated, and they improve his technology and his productivity. No, and they made a lot of investment. For example, no, I visit our largest exporter, no, Santa Priscilla. I talking this week with that company, no, and he works with North American companies, for example, for the automatization, no, of the, ¿cómo se dice? Sería pelado y desvenado. ¿Cómo sería pelado? ¿Ah? Pellet and, ¿cómo sería? Pelado y desvenado.
Devane.
¿Ah? Devane, no? Devane, automatic devane, no? Full automatic, no? For example, no? In collaboration with a North American company, for example, no? It's amazing. And about the sanitary issues with the shrimps, they work very close with our ministry, no? For example, in this moment, we have issues in Chile, for example, no? At this moment, Chile, Spain, and Italy, no? We work very close with the shrimp sector, no? This is an example, no, of a model of a successful model of collaboration, no, between the public and private sectors. Thank you.
Okay, this was a great opportunity to get to know about the opportunities and challenges of Ecuador. So join me in thanking Minister Jaramillo.
Thank you.